And so when you see birthday prices, do know that they're not gonna last forever. As a matter of fact, this next set is on a birthday price, and this is the last presentation, this is the last coin show that we're gonna have for our birthday month. So the birthday prices will go away very shortly. And you're looking here at the 2016 Proof and Uncirculated 30th Anniversary Silver Eagle set. You do have a birthday price where we took $20 off, and you also have flex pay on this one. And you can even see big customer pick status there.
And customer pick at $199.95. So we're doing a lot of Silver Eagles this year, okay? We're doing a lot of Silver Eagles this year. This is unique in the American Silver Eagle world for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
First of all, it was the 30th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle in 2016. Now, oddly, the United States government didn't do anything special. I mean, they kind of did, and I'll explain that here in just a second.
Okay.
When I pop this coin out. They usually did, they've done like the 10th anniversary set was a big deal. That's like a $30,000 set. And then there was the 20th anniversary set, which is like $2,000 and the 25th anniversary set, which is like $2,500. But for the 30th, all they did, and it's actually pretty cool. If we look in right there, is instead of doing this, and of all those eagles, there's only one of them. You can see right there, it says 30th anniversary on the edge of the coin. See where it says that in writing? They stamped it on the edge of the coin. All other American Silver Eagles have got reeded edges, you know, those little traction points in essence. This says 30th anniversary, all right? This says 30th anniversary. In the history of the United States government, they've made 2 American Silver Eagles with edge lettering. In other words, anything on the edge. This right here, it's these 2. The proof coin here, and the SP or satin finish coin here. I know it looks uncirculated, but it also has got a West Point mint mark. Okay, there's the W mint mark.
Okay.
So this coin right here are the 2 30th anniversary American Silver Eagles. And of all of the anniversary sets, the only ones that have got edge lettering. Matter of fact, the only Silver Eagles of any kind ever made by the 30th anniversary or otherwise, okay, that have got edge lettering, and these are them. Now, I'd like to tell you that the United States government, for the 30th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle, like they did, these are the boxes they did for the 10th to the 20th anniversary and the 25th anniversary. Aren't they gorgeous?
Very nice.
I happen to have boxes left over. They didn't do anything for the 30th. So I took the boxes from the 20th and 25th anniversary sets, which I had extra of because we graded so many coins. Okay. And I put the 30th in. I made a set that they should have made. Yes. But they didn't. And all those other sets, literally thousands of dollars a piece. Instead, I'm going to give you a set in a box that they should have done. I sell the box empty for, I think, $39. Wow. I mean, it's beautiful wood blue lacquer. Yeah. For the pair for $179.95. I've never sold this coin basically for less than $179 certified, and this coin was $149 certified. So certified, I've never sold these for less than $320. Okay. And I put it in the red oak presentation box. Once again, one of the single most popular sets that I have. I only got about 300 left. I mean, we originally had thousands of these. Yes. I've never sold it except for birthday month here, for less than $199. It's customer pick at $199. No reason to sell it for a penny less. But I have got these for either $300 or, you know, this presentation, you know, for birthday pricing, to save $20. So you save $10 a coin. Now, both of these coins long sold out from the United States Mint. Okay, these coins are long sold out from the United States Mint. This is one of the rarest Silver Eagles ever made by the United States Mint right here. Plus, they're the only edge-lettered Silver Eagles ever done by the United States Mint. So, to recap. Yeah. The United States government has done 4 anniversary things for the American Silver Eagle. The 10th, the 20th, the 25th, and the 30th. None of those, the 10th, the 20th, or the 25th, they did special finishes, but they never actually physically labeled the coin. Right. Okay? Yes. To be the anniversary. This one, and these are the only ones that they did. Right there on the coin, it says 30th anniversary, right on the edge of the coin.
And I think that's special.
I think it's very special. None of those other sets, matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to pop this out of here, which I can do. Okay. None of these other sets that the United States government has made, can I sell you for less than $1,000? Not one of them. This one, I can not only sell you for less than $1,000, I can sell it to you for less than $200. Let's see, there we go.
But that's for today.
I took it out, yeah, 30th
Oh,
anniversary.
look, you can see it right there. Oh, it's upside down.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go, thank you.
There you go.
30th anniversary, check that out. Right on the edge of the coin for the first time in history of the United States Mint. And there you have it, 2016 sold out limited edition that you're going to have right there. And there is going to be in the special presentation box that the government didn't do, but we did for you. Both coins 1 ounce of pure silver, both coins special editions to begin with, both coins 30th anniversary. So of all of the anniversary sets made by the United States government, there's only one I can sell you for less than $1,200.
And this is it.
And that's this one. And that's this one. And it didn't even come with the box. I had to provide the box. So we've got the 2016 30th anniversary, and these are the only two. So they did a mint state coin, but it was not remarkable or set apart in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Okay. It was simply only available like this. Okay. You know, in other words, it was just a regular issue coin. So they did 2 special coins. It is these 2 coins. The only 2 coins that are edge lettered. It's not just for the anniversary. The only 2 edge lettered coins in the history of the United States Mint are these 2 coins. They're done in solid silver. And I've got them in the box, and nobody else is selling you the box at a special $20 off birthday price for my last and final presentation right here, right now.
So the only ones in the history of the Mint, which is, as we just saw, 225 years.
Right.
The only 2, I should say, and you're getting both of them. And you're getting them, and I keep saying at a birthday price, but only because I just want to drive home the point that we've been celebrating our birthday. It seems like a long time, but we do celebrate the entire month of July. But this is the last coin show presentation during birthday month.
Yeah.
So that means when you see birthday prices today, you're not going to see them the next time you see Mike on doing his presentation in August. You will not see birthday prices then. So that means not only are you getting a great set, you're getting an even better value because the price is lower just because.
Right.
And we have, I know that our clock is quickly running down. We've got about a minute or so left on these. And I'm glad to see so many of you are enjoying them, because this is how it comes, and I love that you put the set together, like you said, that should have been done for the 30th.
That's right. The United States government should have done this, okay? There's the United States Mint, as you can see right there. This is a beautiful blue lacquer box. Look at this. And so you open this up, and like I said, I sell the box empty for about $39 all day.
I love that seal right there.
And then we have the seal of the United States with a little, and here's how you display it. So it looks down in here. And they just take that, and there's a little magnet that holds the coin up, just like that. See, so that just goes down like that, and then that just pops up and holds it. See that? And what it does is see it's at an angle. See, and so that fits right in there. These are the 30th anniversary coins. I showed you again the edge lettering with the 30th anniversary on it. There's the edge lettering with the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
The only edge-lettered silver eagles in the history of the United States government. Like I said, they did a 10th anniversary set, a 20th anniversary set, a 25th anniversary set, and they did those, and those sell for the lowest price I can say. I think I can say the 20th anniversary set for about $1,200 or $1,300, something around in there. None of them I can sell you for $179 or $279 or $379 or $579 or $999.
Wow.
I can do this, and I had to provide the box, and these are the boxes that they sold those now $1,000 sets in at that price. So that's the amazing part of this. That's the incredible opportunity of this. So you're going to get the burnished coin. So that's the W. Both of them, if you look closely, both W or West Point Mint, denoting special presentation coins, which are available here, both with edge lettering. The burnished coin has edge lettering as well. So those are the only 2 edge lettered coins in the history of the United States Mint. And at basically $90 a coin. At basically $90 a coin for 2 of the great collectible coins ever put out by the United States government. This is the set the government should have put out and didn't. We give you the opportunity. Like I said, hey, hsn.com is a great place to go. It's a little busy in the phones right now.
Yes,
so
for sure.
I would take advantage of this. Once again, customer pick at $199, final airing at $179.95.
That's for sure. And we've got every one of our customer service reps taking orders on this. So if you want it, please don't let this one slip by, particularly at this birthday price. It's $543,996. That's the number to get this set.